You get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Well, this defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Mayfield running left on the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Fred and Brian Brzee in there to greet him and drop him for a loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's 3rd down. When you look at the Saints defense, they played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Going quickly here to Thomas. 7 yards there and a first down. The Saints had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Mayfield down. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. When you look at the Saints defense, this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And now their 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That's pulled in at the 32. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Only able to gain a couple there, headed second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mayfield to throw it. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. After the turnover, it's Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing, Mayfield. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Going right side is White. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And able to get this to the 31.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Tucker. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 5.
Hey, I'm 33.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
From his end zone, Wilson. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Off of play action, tugged by Lowell. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Tua. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
3rd and 19. Tua going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd down. It's Tucker. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank
on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, Mayfield. Evans hit. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play.
But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Tries the left side and finds Olave. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to pass. Tua. He completes it to Olave. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. In motion right, Olave. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From his end zone, Wilson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They They start the second half with Kamara. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 3rd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here. But that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Play fake. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll buy some time right. This one taken in by Otten. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
133.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Under pressure, they got him again. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to fight defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Thomas has it. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
2nd down and a yard. Tua to throw again. He'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So a player's shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Tua now on 1st down. Screen play set up for Williams. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Now the Saints' 3rd-round pick back in April. It's Kendre Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg, rolling to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running left is Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Tua. Steps away. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And this one is right through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, a run from White. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. They'll run for it. This is White. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Doesn't come anywhere close. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On second down, here's Miller. They're all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described.
And he'll score! Touchdown, New Orleans! Chris Olave, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to widen their advantage. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to choose. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rachaad White, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield. Now on the ground on just 7 carries. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.